While banks are projecting severe probability of recession in late 2023, crypto firms are inaugurating and celebrating new partnerships and progress. Hello everyone and welcome back to Coinmonks. This is Shamphavi with you to update you with the latest insights of the crypto world. Starting up straight with the headlines. Colombia's new president turns out to be a supporter of Bitcoin. Deloitte partners with NYDIG to help institutions adopt Bitcoin. VeChain announces that its upgrade to the Proof of Authority 2.0 is live on a private testnet. And Deutsche Bank projects a severe recession in late 2023. Starting up, Colombia has a new president, and Bitcoin is the expectation of both his supporters and his concerned opponents. For several years, Colombia's president-elect Gustavo Petro has supported Bitcoin as a new tech that could decentralize authority from the government. He had even spoken clearly and openly about mining digital currencies before taking over the top executive spot, which could trigger wide-ranging changes in the country. According to the New York Times, only 58% of Colombia's 39 million registered voters cast ballots. Gustavo Petro was elected president with more than half of the votes. This is a significant event for the country. He is the country's first leftist president, and his economic strategies has been dubbed economic suicide. Use of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in Latin America has sparked international interest, particularly since El Salvador legalized the technology in 2021. Recent advances in crypto and digital assets have fueled startups' activity in the region. In 2021, the value of Latin America crypto firms increased tenfold from $68 million to $650 million. During Colombia's previous presidential term, a direct advisor to the president even called Bitcoin a brilliant idea. By the end of the run, however, little had changed to allow the local market to thrive and attract global attention. Still, the local Congress is debating a bill to regulate the sector, which could be passed in the coming years. Next up, with big collaborations happening in the crypto space, the global professional services organization Deloitte has also announced its partnership with the leading Bitcoin company NYDIG. The strategic partnership has been finalized to help companies in different sectors implement the usability of virtual assets in their businesses. The motive is to use Deloitte's blockchain and practices related to digital assets involved in several areas, including Bitcoin products, not limited to banking, consumer loyalty and reward programs, employee benefits, and more. The president of NYDIG, Yan Zhao, said that we envision a world where traditional finance infrastructure works alongside the digital asset infrastructure to deliver clients a best-in-class experience with the highest standards of regulatory compliance. We have already started the journey of bringing Bitcoin to all by embedding Bitcoin wallets into existing user experiences, powering Bitcoin reward programs and enabling Bitcoin secured lending. Deloitte is the perfect collaborator to help the companies take the next step to efficiently execute on these types of projects and meet customer demand with a higher level of rigor. The aim is to develop a centralized approach to help business provide Bitcoin products and services. It will also assist businesses to leverage the multidisciplinary professional service of Deloitte by utilizing Bitcoin financial technology products and services provided by NYDIG. We believe this alliance with NYDIG will further drive business growth and is another hallmark of the extensive investment Deloitte is making in enabling digital asset innovation, says Richard Rosenthal, Deloitte's digital asset banking regulatory practice lead and principal. And now moving on to our next update, the self-developed comprehensive blockchain network VeChain Thor shared its latest updates to VIP 2022 Proof of Authority 2.0 is live on a private net. The tagline of the update is Finality with 1 bit talks about the latest implementation of Finality Gadget FOP. VeChain shares the news on Twitter, referring it to as a huge milestone towards their POA 2.0 consensus mechanism upgrade. In a blog post, the network talks about the initiative as an attempt to guarantee the utmost security to the blocks using block finality. However, the team had plans to improve their consensus algorithm as well as without replacing proof of authority consensus. They designed the FOB for the same. The new feature enables them to run the Nakamoto and BFT consensus simultaneously. It also offers them other advantages like achieving block finality, reducing complexities, and adding minimal extra information. VeChain also shares information about their novel finality gadget and talks about its utility in certain security sensitive use cases. The design is simple and effective. The best part about Finality Gadget is that it does not replace the Nakamoto consensus and it has nodes that are completely locked. It can help recover from network failure as soon as the network gains normalcy and also underlying blockchain is fork free. Now winding up with one last coverage for today, leading financial institution Deutsche Bank is now hinting at an upcoming recession in the late 2023. The bank has updated its forecast, stating that it now expects an earlier, somewhat more severe recession. Deutsche Bank projects a 3.1 contraction of the GDP in the third quarter of next year. Deutsche Bank chief US economist Matt Luzetti wrote in a note to the client stated that more than 2 months ago, the bank forecasted that the US economy would dip into a recession by the end 2023. He adds that since then the Fed has undertaken more aggressive hiking path. Financial conditions have tightened sharply and economic data are beginning to show clear signs of slowing. Luzetti sees US GDP growth coming at a sub 1% in the first half of 2023, followed by a minus 3.1% contraction in the third quarter of 2023. 1 quarter earlier than Luzetti previously estimated, in the fourth quarter of 2023, the economist expects growth to contract by another minus 0.4%. He further believes that the consumer price index CPI will peak at 9% in the third quarter of 2022. CPI was up 8.6% year over year as of May, the most since 1981. Apart from Deutsche Bank's, several other institutions have also hinted at a severe recession. Recently, the chief economist at Moody's Analytics warned the risk of a recession were uncomfortably high and rising. In April this year, Goldman Sachs economist also projected a 35% chance of a recession in the following 24 months, but implied that the risk was rising following the Fed's recent rate hike. Despite these predictions, US President Joe Biden insists that a recession was not inevitable, adding that the US is in a stronger position than any other nation to fight inflation. Deutsche Bank's latest projections comes days after Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 75% basic points to a target range of 1.5% to 1.75%. This was the steepest rate hike enacted by the regulator in 28 years as it's trying to tackle inflation. So with this, we'll round off our analysis for today and see you all tomorrow with even more exciting content. In the meantime, if you have any recommendations or opinions, do let us know in the comment sections below. Also, do join our Telegram channel for free crypto alerts. For instructions, reviews and tutorial, you may visit our blog which is linked right below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel to receive daily crypto market updates. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day ahead.